The narrative of aging often centers on the body's increasing burden of oxidative stress, DNA damage, and declining organ function. Nowhere is this more evident than in the liver, the body's central hub for detoxification and metabolic regulation. Yet the liver's diminishing efficiency over time is rarely considered in the context of nutritional adequacy, particularly regarding the supply of sulfur-containing amino acids like cysteine and methionine, as well as their downstream products such as glutathione. These are not marginal nutrients. They are central to phase 2 detoxification pathways, which neutralize and eliminate both endogenous and environmental toxins. When these amino acids are deficient, the liver's capacity to maintain biochemical homeostasis is compromised. In this view, hepatic aging is not simply a progressive, mysterious loss of function. It is the cumulative result of an unmet nutritional requirement for detoxification, repair, and redox balance. At the heart of this mechanism is glutathione, a tripeptide made of cysteine, glycine, and glutamate. It is often referred to as the body's master antioxidant and detoxifier. Glutathione serves multiple roles. It conjugates toxins during phase 2 liver detoxification to render them water-soluble for excretion, recycles oxidized vitamin C and E, maintains the redox state of cells, and protects mitochondria from oxidative damage. Its activity spans the entire body, but is especially vital in the liver, kidneys, brain, and immune system. Glutathione levels decline with age, but critically, this is not solely due to age itself. It is often due to long-term inadequacy in the dietary precursors required for its synthesis. Cysteine is the rate-limiting amino acid for glutathione synthesis, and it must either be supplied through diet, e.g., eggs, poultry, dairy, garlic, or converted from methionine through the transsulfuration pathway, a process that depends on vitamin B6. If methionine or B6 is lacking, cysteine production falters. Glycine, too, can become conditionally essential with age and stress, particularly in individuals with higher toxic burden or chronic inflammation. These amino acids do not simply contribute to muscle protein, they are essential building blocks for the body's internal defense systems. Without them, detoxification becomes inefficient, toxins accumulate, and oxidative stress increases, contributing to the gradual cellular damage we recognize as senescence. The implications are vast. Environmental toxins, xenobiotics, pharmaceuticals, and even metabolic waste products like lipid peroxides must be rendered inert by the liver before they can be safely eliminated. When sulfur amino acid status is low, phase 2 conjugation reactions slow down, leading to a bottleneck in toxin processing. The resulting toxic load contributes to mitochondrial dysfunction, DNA mutations, and epigenetic instability, all markers of cellular aging. Over time, this toxic burden alters the internal environment of tissues, increasing inflammation and signaling cells toward senescence. Thus, the signs of aging we observe, fatigue, sluggish metabolism, hormonal imbalance, cognitive fog, may in many cases be the outward manifestations of a detoxification system under strain from nutrient insufficiency. Support for this model comes from both clinical observation and nutritional intervention studies. Glutathione levels can be boosted by supplementation with N-acetylcysteine, NAC, glycine, or even direct glutathione precursors, and such interventions often result in measurable improvements in oxidative stress markers, immune function, and even insulin sensitivity. Diets rich in sulfur amino acids, such as those including garlic, onions, cruciferous vegetables, eggs, and quality animal proteins, have been associated with reduced inflammation and better liver enzyme profiles in aging populations. These improvements are not simply pharmacologic effects. They are the restoration of a fundamental nutrient balance required for detoxification and repair. Furthermore, chronic diseases often labeled as age-related, including fatty liver disease, diabetes, and neurodegeneration, all share a common thread of glutathione depletion and impaired detoxification. This reinforces the argument that aging, in many cases, is the visible expression of long-term malnutrition, particularly of detoxification substrates. Just as a factory without raw materials cannot operate, the liver cannot detoxify without its biochemical tools. Time alone is not the enemy. Starvation of sulfur amino acids is. What this reframing demands is a reevaluation of how we define aging. Rather than viewing it as a genetically programmed decline, we can begin to see it as a chronic deficiency state, where inadequate nutrition fails to keep up with the ongoing requirements of cellular defense and repair. And unlike fixed genetic programs, nutritional environments can be modified. A diet that emphasizes sulfur-rich proteins, glycine-rich bone broths, B6, containing greens and legumes, and antioxidant cofactors, selenium, riboflavin, magnesium, can dramatically alter the liver's functional capacity, even late in life. These are not exotic interventions. They are basic dietary shifts with profound metabolic consequences. So when we see aging through the lens of detoxification, the message is hopeful. The liver is not doomed to slow with age. It is highly plastic, deeply responsive, and capable of regeneration if supplied with what it needs. Detoxification is not a luxury, it is a primary survival function. And when it is impaired, we age. But when it is nourished, we renew. This makes the case that aging is not merely the passage of time, it is, at its core, a nutritional imbalance. And the path to longevity lies not in treating symptoms of decline, but in restoring the raw materials that keep biology vibrant.